Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here. And I'm so excited to speak to you. And a little bit nervous after we just flamboyant and impromptu, such a inspiring story. Raise your hand if life ever handed you that made you say, "What now?" Now keep it raised if at that moment there was no one beside you to hold your hand. Thank you. I was there too, not once, but twice. Once when I had to run my business without knowing the B of a business. And again, when I had to run my life with surviving toxic relationship all alone with my son, looking at me, searching for answers. Hi, I am Pinky Maheshwari, a mom, an entrepreneur, a tree saver, and someone who once sat in the dark and chose to become her own light. Because I believe when world stop clapping for you, it's a time to become your own applause. And that's what I did. I had a good corporate job. I was working with Ogilvy and Mather, served Unilever as my client, then worked with Vodafone. Decent salary, amazing clients, great colleagues. I was a responsible daughter, working mom. Everything looked perfect on papers. But life isn't lived on papers. It's lived in between moments, like dropping my son Udit to my mom's house every morning before I went to office. Missing his first, missing his smile. And one day, calling Udit, Udit, seeing no reaction. That silence made such a louder, bigger noise than room full of complaints. And I cried. Not those Insta-aesthetic tears, but the real ones, the raw ones. And I also realized the very important fact that tears at times clean more than just the eyes. They wipe the fog off your soul. And that day I decided that I don't want to be a visitor in my own son's life. I want to raise him, not just finance him. And I left my job. Thought of spending time with Udit. My family, my parents were worried that Pinky will go into depression. But it was my decision, and I was very sure about it and very confident. And I started to spend time with Udit. One day, Udit was cutting on paper and throwing it away. I said, Udit, don't throw paper, don't waste paper, because paper is made by cutting trees. He looked up at me with those childlike, cheerful eyes and innocently said, तो आप ही क्यों नहीं बना लेते हैं paper? Why don't you make paper? I laughed. I can't make paper, and I don't even know how to make paper without cutting trees. My parents were sitting next to us. They said, Pinky, don't you know paper can be made without cutting trees? You can do it right now. Bingo! We took my dad's old vest, 2-3 vests, cut them into pieces. We made pulp from hand mixer, used mom's kitchen strainer, and we actually really made handmade paper literally without cutting a single tree from that old waste. And my son telling people, my mom makes handmade paper. And soon after, guess what? I got my first order from Vodafone. They said we need 10 paper bags. I said rupees 10 each. That makes rupees 100, right? Now do you think world would clap for my new beginning? World would cheer for my new beginning? Instead, I heard, Pinky, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? You had such a good corporate job. You were drawing an amazing salary. And now, look at yourself, raising 100 rupees. Working for 100 rupees, please take this money from us and don't embarrass yourself like this. But, but, I didn't needed their money. I needed dignity. And that day I silently promised myself that one day world would cheer for me, world would cheer for my work and not question it. Also, I silently promised myself that one day I'll make 1 lakh paper bags. You know what? I took exactly 3 years and 3 months. I did it. I achieved it. Thank you. And today, it's been almost 10 years I'm running this social design enterprise. And we make over 5 lakh paper bags in a year. Zero tree cut, hundreds of women empowered, one dream made by hand from scratch. But success didn't mean peace. While my work bloomed, my personal life felt like walking barefoot on a broken glass. Usually in a toxic relationship, you start to doubt yourself. Every smile becomes an effort, every day becomes a survival, and still society tells you to adjust, tolerate, and compromise. Now tell me this. If educated women like us don't break the barriers, don't break the chains, then who will? And I stood up for myself. I stood up for my son, and I walked away. I chose the harder path, but the cleaner one. And today, I proudly say I'm a single parent. Broken, but rebuilt. Trust me, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. You have tears rolling in the eyes, but still you know how to control them. It wasn't easy. When you start to doubt yourself, when you're made to feel that, Pinky, you can't run a business, Pinky, you can't speak fluent English, Pinky, you can't stand on the stage, you can't address the audience. What was the hurdle? It was not them, it was not he, it was not she, it was me. And I very well understood, realized that it was me because I gave my keys to happiness, keys to my confidence, key to my self-worth to someone else. So what changed? I started to practice 3 basic things in life. 3 simple things. And that brought positive shift in my life. First, gratitude. Consistent, written, and real. Every night before I sleep, I write gratitude to myself, to my people, to universe, to experiences, good or bad. If someone made me feel good, supported, seen, I promise myself that I would pass on that to someone else. If someone made me feel broken, hurt, or small, I promise myself I won't do that to anyone else. Gratitude is always not about saying thank you during good times. It's about picking light even on your darkest day. Second practice followed, spending time with your own soul. Every morning I get up early in the morning. I have a habit of doing it since last almost 6 years. Every morning I get up early, not for putting Instagram story or WhatsApp or social media, but to have coffee with my own soul, my own self. Usually in our life, we go sip tea, coffee with our people who consist of friends, family, relatives, bosses, colleagues. But we at times miss to spend time with our own self, our own soul, our own aura. You know what? In that silence, I get all my answers, all my clarity, all my calmness. So to all of you listening here, if you start your day with your own self, with your own aura, trust me, no chaos in the world can shake you. I like charged water. And it's very important and very interesting one. Hear me carefully. And my favorite one too. You know water? Water has energy. Water hears, water holds, and water heals. Yes, water hears you. Every morning, I drink charged water from my glass bottle. Should after I finish. Every day, I write affirmations on a piece of paper and paste on water bottle. Simple and achievable. Things like, I'm happy. Important to be happy, right? Blessed. I am happy. I'm blessed. I am at peace. I am abundant. I am divinely guided. I am enough. And which, it's okay, things which I want to do in my life, I paste it on that water. And that water becomes a part of me, part of my body, my soul, my aura, and my mood. Why do you think priest gives that, Havan Kund ka jal to spray to in our offices or house wherever the Havan has taken place? Because water has heard that chanting during the Havan. And it vibrates a lot of positive energies. Why do you think moms cook like heaven and a grandfather of a like 5-star, 7-star hotel? Because mom is pouring a lot of love, energy, warmth in the food. Same way, I've started to pouring love, joy, good intentions in everything I do. And I see miraculous results. Absolutely miraculous results, and things come back to me in multiplication. When I cheer for people, multiplication people cheer for me. When I give gratitude, multiplication people give back to me. So what you give is what you get. And I gave this lesson. I teach my son not only maths or science, but also spiritual values. I teach him money will come and go, but character is a currency. We've learnt it hard way in our life, me and my son. I also tell him, share a very important lesson. Maybe in my talk, I keep repeating this because that's my favorite one. What you sow is what you grow. What you give is what you get back in multiplication. If you pull people down, there'll be multiplication, people pull you down and you blame God. No, God's not responsible for this. So I teach my son that behave with people the way you want people to behave with you. So all here, if any moment you feel that everything is falling apart, it's not falling apart. It's falling into place. Maybe the sand shifting beneath your feet is creating the foundation of your next chapter. And that's why I named my company Surprise Someone. It's a surprise. You never know when the scrap becomes a sculpture. This is my office studio where we made everything from scrap. You never know when your failed job becomes your purpose. When your pain point becomes your best product. We started infusing seeds in our paper and created 2,000 sustainable diaries, journals, office organizers, business cards, price tags, chocolate box, sweet boxes, calendars, which usually after use you throw them. But now you grow them because we've infused seeds in them. And what? We've tagline ourselves, why throw when you can grow? So happy to share that we were invited to Rashtrapati Bhavan to meet Madam President. We have served, we've crafted, curated stationeries for Government of India, Invest India, Prime Minister Office, Reserve Bank of India, and empowered hundreds of women from rural India. And more importantly, learn the lesson that best businesses don't grow just by money, but by meaning. So to all of you here, if lost, uncertain, unseen, know this. You don't need permission to begin again. You just need the right practices at the right time with a right zeal and compassion, confidence, and consistency. I am Pinky Maheshwari. I didn't just make paper. I recreated my life, I rebuilt my life, and I rewrote my story. If I can do it, so can you. Thank you.